Hello, my pretties. We are trying to start 2023 with a bang, baby. Absolutely. What are you guys trying to achieve this year? My main goal is productivity. Let's talk about it. I'm always trying to be my best version of self. And one thing about our best versions of self is that that's always an evolving piece of us. Just as we achieve different goals, we are now at a new best version of ourselves. Does that make sense? Everything that we achieve, it upgrades our life. Our best version of ourselves gets upgraded as well. The most head-on way to get that upgrade is what? Say it with me, productivity. Without productivity, we achieve nothing. One way I plan to flourish in 2023 with my femininity is self-care. So I implemented a self-care morning routine. There are many ways to implement self-care into your day for optimal productivity, but here's how I like for my self-care routine to play out. I'm an early bird, so for myself, I like to get up at 5 a.m. Yes, you heard it correctly, 5 a.m. Early bird gets the worm, and honestly, when you take the time to time manage, you realize getting up early is really only going to do you good. It can't do you any wrong. Getting up early, it helps you to take advantage of those hours. You have time just before the world really gets up and to really get your day started. And so by the time everybody else is getting up, you've already achieved 5, 6, 7 things. Think how monumental that can be in your life. Think how monumental that can be for your day-to-day. Think how monumental that can be for your productivity and for achieving goals. It literally gives you time to get things done before anything is truly expected out of you. So you need to get the things that you expect out of yourself done and out the way. First thing I do is before I even open my eyes, once I'm getting that consciousness, I like to do affirmations in a sense of basically seeing myself where I'd like to be and thanking the universe, thanking God, thank you all for those things. Thank you for the breath in my body. Thank you for waking me up today. Thank you for my eyes. Thank you for my legs. Thank you for my arms. Thank you for eyesight. Thank you for all the things I have. Thank you for all the things that I've gone through. Thank you for being exactly where I'm at today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know, practicing gratitude gets you so far in life because there's so many things that we can beat ourselves up about. There's so many things that we can be angry about, but a lot of times we don't like to shed light on the things that we have achieved. So give thanks. Give thanks to things that you don't even think about. If you think about it, our bodies are so intricately made that we don't be thankful for my nervous system because it helps me feel things and it helps me move about. It helps my legs move when I walk. Like, we don't think about that, but think how phenomenal that is at the end of the day. If we didn't have this nervous system, how would we operate? Something that we don't even think about because it's so normal to just have that we don't think about how great it is to have it. Breathing, think how necessary that is. And as an asthmatic, I didn't realize how great breathing was until I couldn't, you know? And so it's like, these are just things that a lot of times we don't think about, but we need to give thanks for. And being thankful only brings more. It brings more things to be thankful for. So practicing gratitude, especially when you're in that waking state, it really gets your mind in a place of positivity. It gives your mind a place of keep going, keep bringing, keep setting these things on my lap that I can be thankful for. And the universe will just keep giving those things. Once I am done giving my thanks, and however long that takes, whether it's 2 minutes, whether it's 5 seconds, whether it's a simple thank you, I move on to meditation. The way I like to meditate is guided. I like to use videos on YouTube. I have a few favorites that I just have downloaded so that I can have them quickly and easily. Of course, you can make playlists and things like that, but I think it's important to meditate. I think it's important to give ourselves that time to silence our thoughts and to really just be present in the moment. Meditation can really put positive momentum on your day. So give yourself that time to really sit and nourish, even if you don't do guided, just sit in the silence or meditate in what ways feels best for you. There's no one way to meditate. You can meditate with crystals. I used to meditate in the shower a lot, where it's just like I would just breathe in and, you know, I'd let the water run down me and all the things that are not for me, let them just run down the drain, and I would just see it as a downpour. So it really is just on how you choose to see each moment and how you can find yourself meditating in that way. Whatever way that feels best for you, do it. Meditate. So we have waken up, we've given thanks, we have meditated, and now I like to move into a short pleasure practice. Are you guys familiar with the pleasure practice? It's probably exactly what it sounds like, but also different. So, pleasure practice. Obviously, we are dealing with pleasure, and as a feminine woman, I truly like to tap into things that feel good, and whether that is things on my body, things that feel good to my mind, things that nourish myself. I like to use either yoni eggs, crystal wands, or these good old handy dandy hands that I was blessed with. And I will just touch, feel, rub my body. I can literally just rub from head to toe, just feeling things on my body. Oh, that feels nice there. That feels nice there. Oh, I like to touch here. As far as the yoni egg, I love to do Kegels when I have my egg in. You can do Kegels without the egg in as well, but I feel like it's more of a nice workout when you have it inside. I love to just do pleasure practices. That's actually probably my favorite, most go-to is the yoni egg. And I try to do that, on a daily basis. Just practice being in tune with my yoni, being in tune with my womb, being in tune with that whole feminine area because it's mine. That's first things first. Secondly, if a lot of times you don't know what you like, how can you expect a partner to know what you like? So a lot of times we have to practice and to really learn ourselves. Just find what feels right to you. And, it doesn't have to take long. Really, however long you feel you got your cup full. And I'm not saying that we're racing towards the big O, because we're not. We're more so just feeling what feels good, and we're not chasing an O. We're just accepting pleasure for exactly what it is. It's pleasure, and we're enjoying it, and we're basking in it. And a lot of times what you can also do with pleasure practices is manifest. A lot of people hear that word and think it's airy-fairy this, airy-fairy that. But manifesting happens whether we are conscious of it or not. It happens for the good, it happens for the bad. And the thing is, with good and bad, there's no such thing. It's really just the label that we're putting on it. And honestly, every piece of it is a learning opportunity. So I like to practice with my yoni egg, and I like to do my Kegels. A lot of times, depending on how the pleasure practice is going, I may think about the things that I desire in life and have it be brought toward me right into my lap. Comment below if you do want some more information on the pleasure practice or just anything with the yoni, the womb, just nourishing that whole area. Sometimes you can find your pleasure points. Other times, you might find numbness. You might not feel anything. And in those times, believe me, I've been there. In times you feel nothing, sometimes you just need to nourish that area. Give it some love, breathe into it. After a while, it'll come back alive. Nothing in you will be dormant forever if you don't want it to be. Just get into that practice, feel, enjoy, and just embrace your womanhood. You're blessed with it for a reason. Nourish it, let it live, let it be bright, let it be sparkly, let it be so yummy and delicious, and go crazy or don't. It's up to you. Once I finish my pleasure practice, I like to get out the bed and I do my morning stretch routine. So I personally have a goal to be super bendy. So I feel like I can be flexible to the max. And I've always been flexible, but I want to be like Stavana. I think that's how you say her name. I'll insert a picture. She is amazing, and she is absolutely goals. Like, I just feel like being super flexible, just having that mobility for one is so intense. Then secondly, just being able to get yourself in all those positions is just like, that can't not be fun. You know what I mean? So I love to stretch and I love to just become super bendy. Having my morning routine, I definitely go to some YouTubers and I stretch, and sometimes I just do yoga, but either way, I like to nourish my body in that type of way. So once I'm done with my stretch, I like to get in the mirror and dance. Every morning I will put on some music. I will dance naked in the mirror. I think that also helps me tap into my femininity by adoring my body. And no, I don't have the best body out here. I just enjoy the woman's body. It's such a beautiful view. Hopefully you love yours, because it's really the only one that you have. So you might as well love it. And if you don't love it, get to love it. So dancing in the mirror naked helps that. So yeah, I just like to put on some music and watch my body sway. And it just takes me away and just puts me right into the vortex. Shout out to Abraham Hicks for that. You guys should check her out on YouTube if you haven't. So yeah, I love to dance naked in the mirror. I like to listen to people like Jhené Aiko, Rihanna, Doja Cat, FKA Twigs. There's a number of artists on there. I even have some like old school Twista on there, old school Janet Jackson. Like, it really is just a plethora of music that just makes my body move. I love Cali. Just, there's so many artists. Really only dance for maybe 3 or 4 songs. That's 10-15 minutes at max. So it's a really quick process. At this point, we're still under an hour from waking up. So it's not even 6 a.m. yet. And I have already gave thanks. I have already stretched, meditated, danced, and now it's time to get up for some physical activity. And no, it doesn't have to be anything extreme. Obviously, it can be, but I think that it's important to really be nice to your body. So getting in physical activity, that's a way to show yourself love. So there's self-love, self-care, and physical activity. That's keeping you at your best shape. That's keeping your body, healthy, tight. It keeps your mental on a top-notch level. It really just helps you achieve things. I feel like when I complete physical activity, it helps me make better decisions throughout the day. So that's another reason why I do it so early in the morning, so that the rest of the day will follow the productivity that I've already started. So say I don't do that exercise, I'm liable to go and eat a Butterfinger. I'm liable to go and eat some Ritz Bits or something random that I have no business eating. I mean, obviously discipline comes into play, but discipline is also a part of getting that physical activity in. I personally like to work out on YouTube. I'm a YouTube girl in and out. So I love to get on YouTube. There's a lady named Kiera Lachey, and she has some workout videos. I love doing her 3-mile workout. And I think 3 miles, it's better than doing nothing, for one. For 2, it's less than an hour. For 3, I think that, it keeps your wind up. Having that cardio, even if you're not lifting weights and things like that, you still want to get something in. And then a lot of times later on in the day, my husband and I will work out. We'll do like P90X, or we'll lift weights, and that's when I'll do my strength training when I'm with him. He's really big on fitness, and he knows how to get the body right. I'm very grateful for him. Shout out to him for that and all the things that he knows. At that point, once I complete my workout, I get in the shower, get myself smelling good, and I am now ready for the day, all before 7 a.m. All these things that I've achieved, and I just think that helps me be the most productive for my day-to-day. Once I do that every day, you can always look back and thank yourself for practicing these forms of self-care. You can thank yourself for giving yourself that time to be your best version, because if you're not taking time for yourself, you're not actually being your best version of yourself. So you have to give yourself the time, you have to give yourself the patience, you have to give yourself the love to actually even do these things. It's so much easier to just wake up and get on Facebook and scroll, or get on Instagram and scroll, or TikTok and scroll. It's so much easier to wake up and be on some consumer stuff. So you're either consuming or you're creating. That's something my husband said to me, and that was so profound. Even if it comes to your own physical body, are you consuming or are you creating? And the way I see these steps for my self-care, the meditating, practicing gratitude, I've achieved XYZ, and you're thinking that that's the best it gets, and then it gets better. And then it gets better, and then it gets better again. And so it just kind of keeps going over and over and over, and you can always continue being your best version of self. You always have to be productive. You always have to put yourself first and get out there and achieve things. You'll be your best feminine self when you're operating out of a place of love. And when you give to yourself, that is love, baby. That is absolutely love. And you can't beat that. You can't beat it at all. So comment below on the ways you'll be practicing self-care this year. Comment below on the ways that you'll show yourself love. Let me know. I would love to hear it. So until next time, bye.